Hey guys, Welsknight here, bringing you another brand new episode of DesignTech. And in today's episode, we're going to be doing a variety of different things. We're going to be working on our applied Energistics stuff a little bit. We're also going to be making a couple changes to our Blizz farm down there, and a few other minor things as well. So, let's take a look down here. Now, as of the time of this recording, version 1.1.3 just went live, which is pretty awesome. A couple minor config changes, bug fixes, things like that. So, been pushed out to all major launchers. I did revamp this a little bit so that we have a whole bunch of deep storage units, one for stone, cobble, sand, andesite, granite, basically everything that comes out of the Ender Quarry in huge quantities. I added a deep storage unit for it, so these 4 diamond chests should pretty much do the trick for everything else, I think. I will upgrade that as needed. I'm hoping to have an ME system up and running before we need to expand that. So, let's take a look at the mob farm first. We have a Blizz farm downstairs in the lower level, and that's awesome. It's wonderful. The thing is, I don't really need a Blizz farm anymore. I have already received enough Blizz rods that I will realistically never need a Blizz farm again. I don't see myself going through... Get out of here, Bat. I don't see myself going through 4,000 Blizz rods, because the only thing that they're really used for is to make cryotheum dust and gelid cryotheum. That's the only thing that I really need them for, and I don't think I'm going to need that much of it. So what we're going to do is sneak in here and take that safari net out so that it stops spawning Blizzes. Come on, Harvester. There's one. There's the other. Okay, so that takes care of that problem. And now what we'll do is we'll grab those 2 deep storage units, and we will replace them with something else. Just empty ones. And instead, we'll spawn blazes in here for a little while until I've got a massive quantity of blaze rods. So that's the opinion. This farm I like quite a lot because it's very, very easy to swap out what I'm spawning. All I need to do is swap out the safari net that's in there. And that's going to make this a very useful utility farm for me, if you will. So, let's come back up here. And these... I'm just going to put them right here for now. I don't really need a whole bunch of them. But the next thing that I want to do is I want to get a little bit into applied Energistics. We did that, not last episode, I believe it was, but the episode before that. We started applied Energistics a little bit, but we didn't get too far into it. Now, what I need is a way to get a whole bunch of these Fluix crystals and stuff like that. And I'm definitely going to want a couple of these crystal growth accelerators, otherwise the process is going to take an absolutely ridiculous amount of time. So, let's grab some of these. What else do I need? I need iron. Well, luckily for me, I have insane amounts of iron. Blocks upon blocks upon blocks of iron. But I think I'm just going to grab some out of here because it's already unpackaged. And we'll just go ahead and make 4 of those. Those are going to come in handy. Now, here I have a charger, which will allow me to turn normal Certus quartz into charged Certus quartz. And this is my inscriber, and it's all hooked up. We'll see if we can see it. Yeah, there's a energy converter back here that will convert my RF energy into the energy used by applied Energistics. So it's all kind of hiding back there. Now, what we need to do is we need to hook up these crystal growth accelerators. We need to get those going so that I can make and basically mass produce Certus quartz, and specifically pure Certus quartz and pure Fluix crystals. Otherwise, it takes, I think it's something like 8 hours to grow a single crystal, which is just a little longer than I'm willing to wait, shall we say. So, let's do this. Let's go into our backpack. We do have some ME conduits, which is good. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe what we'll do is over here, we'll make just a real small little growth room or something. And that way we can take our power that we need directly from right here, this energy acceptor. So I think that's probably going to be the way to go. Let's clear a little bit of this space. I don't need this room to... Well, so, change of plans. That's not going to work as well as I had thought. I was not aware that there was a ending of the mountainside there. Okay, well, let's patch this stuff back up. And let's look at some other options. I'm actually going to put a torch back here just in case. That complicates things a little bit. I guess our best bet in that case is going to be to make another energy acceptor. I'll probably want a couple of them anyway. And we do have one leftover Fluix crystal, and I think we've got some leftover quartz glass as well. So, we should be able to do that without too much difficulty, at least. Let's see. Energy acceptor. Okay, and more iron. Well, I should have everything I need for that. There we go. So, where do we want to set this thing up? That is the question. Let's come down here. We don't have any power running to any of these rooms, other than the 2 mob farms. And our big reactor is right here. So that would put it directly above our sugarcane farm. Well, maybe as a temporary measure, maybe what we can do... I hate to do that, though. Let me do some thinking, guys, and I will be back in just a moment. Alright guys, I am back, and I think I have a plan. So what we can do, we do have power running to this mob farm right here. This is the Blaze farm right now. And what we could probably do is just take this RF and run it up and over, up to here. Although I do see that that piping is not getting enough RF. So maybe that would not be a good idea, because it's not getting its full amount. It's using pretty much everything for the mob farm, and the mob farm is farther up the food chain. So maybe we'll pass on that. Looks like I'm going back to the drawing board. I will be back in a moment. Alright guys, I am back, and I think what I'm just going to keep it simple. What I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to create a little Fluix crystal room back here. So what we'll do is we'll take some brightstone bricks. We'll leave space right here for the energy acceptors. Put that there. And then I think what we can do to make it look all fancy and whatnot is basically... let's take these out as well. We'll basically just curve these stairs around the perimeter of the room like this. I think that'll work out. And I think it will make sense, and it will still look good. And since the reactor's right here, I shouldn't have to run too many power conduits. Plus, I can take an additional brand new power conduit off of this capacitor bank. Now, I'm not exactly sure how much power these things need, so that's going to be interesting. But we should be all right. Let's go ahead and put our ceiling in. And we're going to use plain old brightstone for that, so it matches basically everything else. There we go. Here's the middle. So right here we'll put one lamp like that. And then we'll take some of this chiseled dark stone and do some of that. There we go. And actually, come to think of it, these are going to have to come out too, so I can replace them with the laboratory blocks. And really, the edge of the base is right there. Ah, why are things so unnecessarily complicated? Okay, well, you know what? I am not willing to change this up again. So I think what I'll do is we'll just run outside, and I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll just patch that up. I'll use some smooth stone and I'll make it look natural. I also needed laboratory blocks. There we go. Let's take a look outside and just kind of see what we're working with. That was like right over right here. Okay. So what we can do, and I might as well get these resources and things just to get them gathered up properly. Blocks just kind of sitting around drive me crazy. It's a personal pet peeve of mine, shall we say. So I think what we'll do is we'll just take some stone and we'll just do our best to kind of hide this. Is that? Yeah, that'll work. There. That looks pretty good, actually. That looks like it belongs, and that will give us just enough space for this to work out the way that it is supposed to. So let's go ahead and get this all sorted and set out. Now, let's see. We've got a power conduit here. I don't think that... Let's try this. Let's dig... How far down does this reactor go? Pretty far, actually. But what we could do is we could run another power tap from here and run it over this way. Underneath the ground. Until we get to the point where we want to be. I think that'll work. So let's see. That should be right about here, right? Oh, look at that. Man, I'm good. Okay. So we'll run power over this way. And this is where we can grab our power from. So let's go ahead and go into this backpack right here. And I don't know exactly how much power it takes, so I'm just going to use these 5,000 ones. I'm sure, I'm almost positive, in fact, that that's going to be overkill, but I'm all right with that. So let's get rid of that connection and that connection. There we go. And then we'll pull it going this way. Like that. There we go. Beautiful. And we can hide our energy acceptor right here. So let's grab that. Put it right there. Looking good. And then now we need to figure out how we're going to run those ME conduits to our crystal growth accelerators. So let's put those down like that. And the best bet is probably just going to be to get to them from underneath. That's kind of, yeah, whatever. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So we'll do something like this. And that should allow us access to pretty much all of them. And I think I've got enough ME conduits that I can make that happen without any real problems. So let's grab that. Let's bring it around here. And let's do one of those. Now, I don't know. Oh, I don't have any water. Let me go grab that quick. Grab a bucket. I'm not entirely sure that this is going to work, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out if these say online or not. I'm hoping they do. What am I stuck on? There we go. So let's fill that up. And these all say device offline. Okay. So maybe it's because... Can they rotate? Can I give them power from right here? Come on. Fine, I'll fly. Okay, so this side needs to be touching the power conduit is what it looks like. Okay, that's doable. Yeah, now they're getting some power. Beautiful. Okay, so now we can fill that up. And now, all we gotta... Hey, backpack. Now all we need to do is actually just hide our work. And I did a little bit of testing in a creative world, and the amount of power that was being drawn was pretty minimal. We're talking like 100 to 200 RF per tick to run 4 of these things, and that is very, very little when you have a big reactor that's putting out significantly more than that. So, I'll do that. Let's just make sure it's not killing our big reactor. Nope, big reactor is doing just fine. Awesome. Now, what those things get used for is Certus quartz seeds. These little things right here. And there are 3 versions of them. You've got your Certus, your Nether quartz, and your Fluix seeds. So, what we need to do is we need to, first of all, Fluix seeds and normal Certus quartz seeds are really the ones that I'm interested in. I genuinely don't care about the rest of them. So let's just take 16 Certus quartz crystals. Let's put all of this laboratory building block type stuff back. And then we should be good, I think. Oh, actually, I need some... Actually, there's a ton of redstone there. And let's just grab some of this stuff, too, because we're going to be needing that. And for now, I'm just going to dump this stuff and hide it away. Oh, and actually, this I need, don't I? Because I just realized I broke my door that leads... Oh, I broke my door that leads to my ender quarry. Can I still get to my ender quarry? No. No, I can't. Okay. Well, it's good that we caught that now. That could be... that we could have caught that at a much, much worse time. So, we'll just fix it by doing some extra conduits. Temporary fix. I mean, ultimately, this is not where the ender quarry is going to go. Once the ender quarry is done gathering the resources within its area, I'm going to move it entirely, because by then I'll have enough resources to make a whatchamacallit, a thingamabob. A chunk loader. That's the word I was looking for. There we go. So now I should be able to get... Oh. Now I should be able to get back to my ender quarry. Yeah. Good. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, what we need to do is make ourselves some charged Certus quartz. So that we can make Fluix crystals. So all we got to do is put a uncharged piece of Certus quartz into this charger. And there we go. It's going to change to a charged Certus quartz crystal. Now, the amount of time that it actually is going to take is going to vary a little bit. Sometimes it's really quick. Sometimes it takes a couple of seconds. But I'm going to need about 16 or so of these. So let me get a bunch of these made, guys, and I'll be back in just a little while. Alright, guys, I am back, and I can't remember if I showed this to you guys on camera or not, but we need to make some Fluix crystals. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw 8 charged crystals 8 pieces of nether quartz and 8 pieces of redstone into basically into a water block, and that will give me 2 Fluix crystals for every piece that I threw, for everything that I threw in, each set of the recipe that I threw in. Now I want to grind these up so that we can get Fluix dust, which can be combined with sand to make Fluix seeds. So let's go get ourselves some sand. I should have a whole slew of it over here. I think it's this one. Haha. Let's just grab like 2 stacks. That's way more than I'm actually going to need, but that's okay. Fly. There we go. And we're going to use those to make seeds. Now, we've got 16 Fluix dust, and I'm going to make... let's actually do 32 Certus, just regular Certus quartz. Yeah, that'll work. So, each one of these will make 2 seeds. Okay? And what we can do now is we can come back here and we can throw those seeds into the water. And with the 4 crystal growth accelerators, they should grow fairly quickly. Without the crystal growth accelerators, it takes hours, actual hours of real life time. I think it's something like 8 hours or some ridiculous amount like that for them to grow and mature into full crystals. With 4 crystal growth accelerators set up like this, it takes a matter of a minute or 2. So I will be back as soon as these are done. All right, guys, I am back, and it's probably about a minute later, and these crystals look like they are all now grown and matured. So now we have 32 pure Fluix crystals and 64 pure Certus quartz crystals. Now, the cool thing is, I can take those, and I can actually turn those right back into Fluix dust? Maybe? Can I do that? No, actually the pure ones cannot be pulverized. Never mind, disregard what I just said. Okay, so it's a start at least. Now, there is one other thing that I want to do as well in this episode. Most of it was setting up that crystal growth accelerator so we can get these things going. But the other thing that I want to do is my backpacks. My backpacks are not very big, and there is a variety of backpacks in the game. I'm not entirely sure why they're not showing up in NEI the way they're supposed to. That's a little strange. But either way, what you need to do is I need to make tan leather, or I need to turn bound leather into tan leather and then surround my current backpack with it. And that will allow me to get a much larger backpack. Now, I don't know if I have enough string to do too many of these. I don't know if I have enough string to do, like, even a single backpack, honestly. Because I need 8 bound leather. Huh. Okay. Well, in that case, we gonna do this. I am desperately in need of string, it seems. So, we're going to make... Oh, actually, that should have been 2 more. And we'll grab these. Grab a couple of those. There we go. And then we're going to come over here, grab that, and grab 2 more factory machine blocks. It seems that I need a spider farm considerably more than I need a blaze farm right now. So, I happen to have a spider safari net over here, which is going to be extremely helpful. And what we're going to do is we're going to change that blaze farm that we just set up into a spider farm instead, because I really need the string, is how it appears. So let's... Whoa, that's a lot of blazes. Can I sneak out and grab it? I got it. Okay. That'll keep any more from spawning. Okay, they're down. They're dead. We're good. We're safe. We're good. Okay. And these are empty, so we'll just put those right there. And now, we're going to turn this into a spider spawner. So let's make sure that it's working. We should see a spider spawning right now. There it is. Now, spiders actually have tracking. So if I stand here, they're going to be able to see me, and they're going to come charging through. But that'll start getting us some string. It appears that we will have to tackle the backpacks in the next episode because I don't have enough space. I don't have enough string right now to do that. But we got a fair amount done. We got our crystal growth accelerator up and running, which is going to be key towards advancing in our ME system. So guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode right here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.